Archangel Michael says, "Brace yourself, child of the divine, something has just been uncovered that was never supposed to reach your ears." In a sealed courtroom hidden away from the public eye, behind velvet curtains and guarded doors, a voice echoed your name loud enough to rattle realms. Not just once, but repeatedly, your name became the center of a conversation that was far from ordinary, and far from innocent. Someone brought documents with forged signatures, and when the judge paused to read, it wasn't a stranger's name they saw, it was yours. This wasn't just a clerical mistake, it was an intentional move, crafted in the shadows, involving someone you once trusted with your whole soul. The silence after your name was read was thick, as if even time froze to hear what would come next. The courtroom lights flickered for a moment. People looked around nervously, unaware that the tension wasn't just from legal matters, it was spiritual. A woman in the second row clutched a pendant on her chest, trembling, because she knew your name wasn't meant to be there, but she allowed it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You need to understand this clearly, this is not about justice, it's about manipulation. Your name was inserted into something dark, not to honor you, but to damage your reputation and shift blame. They tried to place a burden on your shoulders that does not belong to you. This is a court that doesn't exist in the public records. It's an unofficial council where silent decisions are made to alter destinies and forge stories. And yet, your name was dragged in by someone with trembling hands and trembling intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 847. They thought you would never find out. They underestimated the power of the divine and the watchful eyes that see beyond walls. And now, as I speak this to you, the heavens are shifting in your defense. Archangel Michael says, there are forces that tried to rewrite your legacy. I am cutting through their lies. One man in that room opened a file he had no right to see, but he did. When he saw your name, he whispered it under his breath and closed the folder fast, as if the guilt burned his fingers. Type Amen to get blessing 1011. Your past, your birth records, even your financial statements, everything is being scanned for something they could use against you. But what they failed to consider is this: you're divinely marked. And every evil plan formed against you is now returning to its sender with multiplied weight. You were not supposed to know this, but one of the people who sat in judgment of you has already had a dream about your face. She awoke gasping for air, because your presence was overwhelming, powerful, and covered in gold light. She knew, in that moment, that you are not ordinary. Type Amen to get blessing 558. Someone you haven't spoken to in years is secretly trying to claim something that has your name on it. They're doing it through legal channels, but behind the curtain, it's a family betrayal. Yes, your name is written in the court transcript, but only because they planned it that way. A bribe was offered. A lie was signed. And your legacy was nearly stolen in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 2201. But now the light has pierced through their darkness. Now the truth cannot be buried under ink and paper. Your angels stood in that room, unseen but undeniable, and they shifted the outcome. The man who claimed your portion is losing his peace. His nights are restless, his mind tortured, because he knows the truth is chasing him. Your voice is rising in the spirit world, reclaiming what is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 1244. Archangel Michael says, "Your name was spoken among liars, but I will now raise it among kings." There is a sudden review happening. A judge has ordered a private re-examination of everything mentioned, and your name is now separated from their twisted plot. The woman who smiled when she heard your name, it was not out of joy, but arrogance. She believed her charm could outwit divine justice. But her smile will soon fade when the truth floods in like a storm. Type Amen to get blessing 392. Someone left a copy of that courtroom file near a sacred building. Why? Because their spirit was haunted, and they couldn't carry the guilt any longer. That file is going to resurface in a way they never imagined. You are being vindicated in realms you didn't know existed. Your name is being rewritten with heavenly ink. This war was fought in silence, but now your victory will be public. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You may have felt strange lately, uneasy, anxious, or watched. That's because energies from that dark courtroom tried to press into your spiritual field. But every single plan has failed because you are surrounded by divine fire. Your ancestors, especially one older man who speaks only your name in whispers from above, intervened. He walked with Archangel Michael into that courtroom, unseen by human eyes. He declared, "Not this one. Not the chosen one." Type Amen to get blessing 444. Right now, someone is burning documents. They know the window is closing, and once the truth fully enters, they can't survive the exposure. But what they don't know is that a second copy exists, and it's headed straight toward your favor. A mysterious phone call will soon reach someone connected to you. They'll say your name, and their voice will tremble, because what they uncovered is dangerous, but it clears you. They want to remain anonymous, but their help is divine. Type Amen to get blessing 822. There was a signature they tried to forge. But the ink bled in a strange way, as if even the paper refused to hold the lie. And that one small detail has unraveled everything. You are about to receive a message that says, "There's been a mistake in legal proceedings involving your name." But don't panic, it's not your downfall, it's your deliverance. They planned it for harm, but it's being flipped into honor. Type Amen to get blessing 615. Archangel Michael says, "They dared to mention your name in corruption. I am now mentioning your name in breakthrough. You will be called, not to defend yourself, but to receive what they tried to take. What they meant for your downfall has become the bridge to your destiny." This is happening fast. Every minute brings a new shift in your favor. There is no need to fear what they said, because their words carry no weight in the light of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Even now, a woman is pacing in her living room. She's panicking because her name is now next to yours in a legal document, and she knows she wasn't ready for spiritual consequences. She's trying to reach someone to fix it, but it's too late. You are above their reach now. They cannot chain a soul guarded by heaven. They cannot mute a destiny that was spoken before birth. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. A reversal is coming. A news item, a leaked report, or a mistake that reveals too much. Suddenly your name will be trending, not in shame, but in honor and vindication. You'll hear someone say, "How did their name get cleared so fast?" It's not speed, it's sovereignty. It's not luck, it's divine protection in full display. Type Amen to get blessing 2024. Stay alert in the next 3 days. Someone is going to send you a message that feels like nothing, but inside, there is a clue that ties back to this courtroom. Don't ignore it. Don't delete it. An older woman is going to try to act innocent in all this. But she knows more than she shows. Her role in dragging your name into that darkness is deeper than she'll ever admit. Type Amen to get blessing 314. She will soon come to you with fake tears and a fake apology. Don't open your arms, open your eyes. Forgive, but do not forget what has now been revealed. Let this moment be your awakening. You are not being attacked, you are being awakened to reclaim your true power. You are not a victim, you are a chosen one whose name has just been rewritten in heaven's registry of honor. Type Amen to get blessing 1188. The room that once whispered your name with malice is now echoing with disbelief. Because something happened moments before the final decision, a paper slipped from the judge's folder. On it was a hidden clause, revealing that everything tied to your name was built on falsified roots. The judge stared at the page with wide eyes, lips parting as he read silently. The courtroom fell into a haunting stillness, as if the universe paused to listen for the truth. That clause, buried deep in legal jargon, exposed who planted your name and why. Type Amen to get blessing 684. The man who came forward shaking was supposed to be on their side. But his guilt became unbearable when he saw your name, clean and undeserving of the shadows they tried to cast. He confessed, trembling, that he'd been paid to submit your name on a list tied to illegal claims. The judge turned his head slowly toward the woman in the green blazer. Her lips quivered because she thought no one would ever find out. But justice has eyes far greater than man's vision. Type Amen to get blessing 922. The courtroom clerk dropped their pen in shock. The recorders paused, stunned that the trial had turned into something supernatural. You weren't even present in body, yet your energy had overtaken every corner of the room. People started to shift uncomfortably in their seats. Whispers broke out as someone pointed at the ceiling, because a strange light flickered above the judge's bench. They didn't know it, but that was the moment Archangel Michael stepped in spiritually. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A cold breeze swept through the room, though no windows were open. Papers fluttered on desks, and a woman's necklace snapped and fell to the floor. Those who had aligned themselves in darkness could feel their secrets becoming dust. In a sealed envelope resting in the side chamber was your name again, this time on a will, not a case file. That will was meant to be destroyed, but it survived a fire. And now, that one document is rewriting everything they tried to strip from you. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. Someone is calling your name not out of love, but out of fear. Because now the tables have turned. Your name is a threat to them, not a shield. You were supposed to be silent. They wanted you unaware, uninformed, and uninvolved. But you've become the center of a reversal that's shaking legal and spiritual systems at once. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. A woman is preparing to run. She's packing bags, not because she's innocent, but because she knows the light is catching up to her lies. She told them you would never fight, never speak, never find out, but she was wrong. Archangel Michael says, this is divine reversal, not revenge. Your peace is returning multiplied. As her footsteps move away, your inheritance, your honor, and your restoration move toward you. This is not just a win. This is justice wrapped in glory. Type Amen to get blessing 1711. Someone is going to try and call you, offering clarity. But their voice will shake, beck. Because they are not coming to help, but to protect their image. They fear what people will think once the truth unfolds. Do not be fooled by soft voices and sweet promises. They did not defend you when your name was under attack. And now, your silence is more powerful than their explanations. Type Amen to get blessing 884. The person who tried to forge your role in the documents is already being watched. There is a surveillance file with timestamps, and your name is marked as unjustly included. That report is now being shared internally among law enforcers, and you are being cleared. You're not going to need to beg. You're not going to need to fight. The energy of justice is doing it for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. Your name is being whispered in meetings where angels are present. Those who try to diminish you are now powerless to control the narrative. Because Heaven's ink has marked you as untouchable. In another region, a court order is being dissolved. Your name will be struck from a list it never belonged on. And that moment will unleash a blessing you've waited years to receive. Type Amen to get blessing 565. They tried to delay your life through lies. But time is now snapping back in your favor. You'll make up for everything that was stolen and more. Your name will not be associated with shame, it will be remembered for strength. You survived a courtroom you never stepped into physically but dominated spiritually. And now, the entire courtroom energy is in reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 172. You will soon be told, you have nothing to worry about, your name is cleared. But before that happens, someone will try one final attempt to keep you quiet. Do not agree. Do not sign anything quickly. Take your time. Let truth speak first. Because it is not just your name on trial, it's your legacy, and it is rising like a phoenix. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You may feel exhausted, even emotionally drained. That's because spiritual warfare wears down even the strongest warriors. But heaven is placing a fresh breath into your soul now. Your energy will return with divine speed. Someone will try to meet with you in secret. They will bring a gift, a token of false peace. Look beyond their smile and into their intent. Type Amen to get blessing 989. The real gift is coming from above. It will arrive in an unexpected way, perhaps a letter, an email, or a conversation you never saw coming. But it will contain words like, "This changes everything." And indeed it does. Because your name is now marked for restoration. And your enemies are marked for silence. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Your story is being rewritten. From courtrooms of deception to platforms of celebration. The next time your name is spoken in a room, it will be for promotion, not accusation. The records are being corrected. The hearts are being exposed. And your blessings are being released in full. Type Amen to get blessing 500. The courtroom that once tried to bury your name is now the very place where your honor will be resurrected. There is a divine sound rippling through hidden chambers. Your name is not only cleared, it is being honored. The same judge who once hesitated is now the one pushing for your recognition. Someone important is preparing a formal declaration. Your name is listed under "wrongfully accused" in a private legal circle. This document is not for the public yet, but it will be soon, and when it is, your entire life will shift. Type Amen to get blessing 2991. The silence that tried to bind you is breaking. The lies are being untangled one thread at a time. Now, those who used your name for gain are being summoned for questioning, and none of them are prepared. Your name is about to cross the desk of a very powerful figure. This person doesn't know you personally, but when they see your case file, something in their spirit will stop them. They will pause, whisper your name, and say, "Why was this person targeted?" Type Amen to get blessing 117. What happens next will feel like divine magic. Because that person will not only investigate, they will intervene. They have influence beyond the courtroom, and they will use it to make sure your name is restored fully. This is not just legal restoration. It is also financial. Something that was kept from you is being returned, with interest. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The woman who once laughed when your name was dragged through the mud is now crying. She has seen signs, dreams, omens, whispers. And she knows she tampered with a chosen destiny. She will try to make it right, but her efforts are too late. Her time to reverse her actions has passed, and now she must face what she unleashed. Her connections are falling apart, and those she conspired with are turning on her one by one. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Archangel Michael says, The name they buried is the name I am raising high. No more hiding. No more shame. You were not meant to hear the gavel slam in defeat. You were meant to rise as a walking verdict of victory. Now, news will travel fast. A relative will hear about your situation and be stunned. Because they knew something wasn't right, but didn't have the courage to speak, until now. Type Amen to get blessing 454. You are about to receive a private call. On the other end, a familiar voice will speak softly and say, I need to tell you something about what they did to you. Don't be shocked when they cry while talking. Guilt has been eating at them for months. This is divine exposure. You are not alone. Truth is drawing people out of silence and into confession. Type Amen to get blessing 728. They created a false image of you in courtrooms and documents. But heaven is now sending the real version of you to be seen, recognized, and restored. What was once twisted is being rewritten in golden ink. People will begin to speak highly of you again. Even those who once doubted will be forced to say, we were wrong. And when they do, it will unlock a public door for you, one tied to purpose, destiny, and divine reward. Type Amen to get blessing 919. There is movement behind the scenes in your favor. Someone from your past, a silent intercessor, is praying hard for your justice. Their prayers have reached the ears of angels, and that's why this breakthrough is happening now. They are being shown visions of your victory. They've seen glimpses of you walking freely, smiling, redeemed. And now, those visions are becoming reality. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You're going to receive unexpected help from someone in a uniform. It could be an officer, a clerk, or an insider with a conscience. This person will slip you vital information, and it will protect you from a final trap. Yes, there is still one last attempt being formed. But it will fail faster than it's planned. Because Archangel Michael already stands at the gates, sword drawn, defending you day and night. Type Amen to get blessing 2025. A prophetic moment is coming. You will be at a public place, perhaps a station, a courtroom, a marketplace, and you will overhear your name being spoken. Don't panic. Instead, smile gently, because that's when you'll know, even strangers are witnessing your vindication. The dark days are closing. The courtroom is no longer a threat. It is now a stage for your testimony. Type Amen to get blessing 822. Documents are being printed today that reflect the truth. Your name will appear next to the words, dismissed, cleared, justified, and restored. Each stamp that falls is the sound of freedom echoing through your lineage. This isn't just for you. It's for your bloodline. Your children, your name, your legacy, they are now untouchable by what once tried to destroy you. Type Amen to get blessing 1013. People who once avoided you will come back around. But not to mock you, this time, to admire you. Because you've become a living testimony of how divine truth always wins. Don't hide your story. Don't silence your triumph. What was meant to humiliate you has now crowned you with honor. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Let this serve as your final message in this chapter. You were never guilty, not in the courts of man, nor in the eyes of heaven. You were chosen, misjudged, tested, but now, you are the living embodiment of heavenly favor. Archangel Michael says, your name is sealed in light. Let no darkness ever claim it again. From this moment forward, you walk not just as a survivor, but as a divine warrior fully restored. The courtroom has closed, but your new life has just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 9999.